Hey, what's going on YouTube? I am back with another story time, and if you like these story times, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. In any case, this is the time I got too drunk to see Blink-182, and this basically was the 2016 Austin X Games. Basically, it was an all-day event, of course, seeing all these different BMX, skateboarding, motocross, just a whole festival of extreme sports and extreme booze. Definitely, that was kind of what ended up happening. Going out to this raceway, it ended up being the last X Games in Austin. Basically, it's just basically a giant, festival field where, like, if you want to walk and see just all sorts of different competitions going on, it was just awesome to see. So my wife and I at the time, we went in, we brought our little vape. We totally looked like, a fat mod box vape, but was really just a herb vape that was pretty nice. Gone through and was just pretty much vaping throughout the day. Thing is, they had these linen kugels. They had people with booze all around the festival, and when it came to day drinking, I'm not one generally to day drink. I usually wait till nighttime to drink, but this was a kind of an exception. And so my wife and I, we pretty much just started day drinking routinely throughout the day. I mean, just like one after the other, pretty much as soon as we were done with one, we would wander to find another person and get another one of them. And for the most part, I was hanging in there like throughout the whole day, seemed fine and whatnot, a little tipsy, but like doing all right. Thing is, as the day passed and things are going on, it got a little weary. And now looking back on it, I feel really dumb because I didn't drink nearly as much water as I should have. I really, it is ridiculous. I should have been drinking way more water. Basically, it was getting towards the afternoon, and we wanted to stay to see Blink-182. I mean, of course, gotta see the whole event. But we ended up grabbing some, food truck dinner. It was, of course, like a bunch of food trucks for the food. I got some fried chicken, but by then I could tell, the booze was just hitting me hard, and, I needed that grease. It helped, but oof. And so I think by that point in the afternoon, that was already the 9th or 10th. Yeah, I think it was the 10th beer at that point, and the sun, it was hot. So, and like I said, I hardly drank any water to go along with it. So I was just starting to feel that just groggy, gross booze. And as night hit, it was not getting that much cooler for me. And for me, I thrive with booze in cold climate areas. I warm up a lot. So in hot climate areas, booze can be a real bug for me. I start sweating like crazy, and it can be kind of gross sometimes. But basically, as the night went on, I asked my wife, go get some water, please. Can I get some water? And because I'm basically at that just super drunk point. There's only a handful of times where I think I've been drunk at this type of level. I was almost at that brownout stage, but I still can remember it. Basically, I was just in such a stupor. We were getting ready to see Blink-182. We were just waiting at the seats and whatnot. And she goes to get water, and it's feeling so gross. So I end up straight up just puking so much on the floor repeatedly to the point where a security guard even went over and just handed me a bottle of water to drink, which I just chugged down. And then afterwards, my wife then proceeds to come back with another linen kugel, which for some reason I decided to take a sip of, and I don't know why. I really don't know why, but that really tipped it off, as she ended up having the rest of that one, and I just having those gross spins, just feeling so gnarly. I just kept puking, and nothing was stopping it from happening. I was just definitely at that point of just that alcohol poisoning grossness of just nothing was keeping in my stomach at that point. So my wife, recognized that, saw where I was in such a stupor. And the way this festival ground worked, I mean, you had to walk a ways to get to the parking lot and whatnot. So we were both pretty blasted. So she ends up at pretty much just within the first few songs of them opening up, it was yeah, I had to go. I'm gonna be passed out on the floor if we stay the whole time. I just could not. I was struggling to stand. And as we walk up this hill, it was those classic moments when you're basically like that Nico Bellic drunk, where you're just stumbling and just struggling to keep coordination going up a hill. And I was definitely that classic way too drunk feeling. And so I'm just stumbling. I'm just trying not to fall going up these steps. And I just... Ooh, real struggle, just stumbling. I'm sure plenty of people noticed how bad it was, but we start to go back, and then we end up getting one of those bike taxi rides, which the guy ended up giving us a free, partially because I was just so gnarly sick. I was puking out the side the whole time, feeling gross, and I end up basically, that's where I get into the car, and I immediately just pass out. Just immediately, and we end up, all of a sudden I wake up and we're home, and yeah, that capped off the night there. Shaylee apparently sat there for a while, sobered up the best she could, and just found her way home. But yeah, that's one of the days I really lament. And the one thing is, out of that drunken stupor running up, the bag that I was holding that was carrying my portable vape, my Arizer vape, freaking broke. It broke open, and it dropped right on the floor, and I couldn't find it, and I lost that. Oh, that nice vape. Ended up buying a new one, but yeah, that was definitely a sore spot in my memory. I wish I didn't drink so much so I could have actually seen the full show. But yeah, now that they're back, I'm ready. I've already got my tickets for next year's When We Were Young festival. That's gonna be a real fun time come 2023, this next year. So be excited to see for some content for that next year. But in any case, if you do enjoy these story times, please subscribe, ring that bell. You have a